So the plague has come to your town and it's doing its plague thing, aka everyone is dying. And you've tried everything from isolating the sick to running away to blaming the pigs, no the dogs, no the cats, no the Jews. And it turns out none of it has worked. So what is there left to do? Come on, I'll show you. If none of these things are the causes of the plague, maybe I am. I mean, this is clearly a punishment for collective sin in some way, shape, or form, but clearly nothing to do with me. But maybe if I look deep down in my heart of hearts, I can admit that I'm not perfect. And if the world is getting punished for some sort of sin, maybe I've contributed to that in some way, shape, or form. And maybe if I can show recognition for my sin and atone for it, God won't have to punish me by covering me in buboes. Now, the idea of self-denial or even self-harm for the glory of God goes back to the beginning of the church. After the death of Jesus of Nazareth, Mary Magdalene, one of his early followers, was supposed to have lived as a hermit, setting the example for those to come after. Hey, women in the church! And the idea is you shun the world of man to embrace the divine. And this is why I like the study of history, because seemingly reasonable ideas taken to their logical conclusion can leave you in places you never expected to go. The thinking goes like this. The world of man is corrupt, obvi. And it's corrupted because we corrupted it with our fallen nature. And so even our very bodies are corrupt. God's perfect, and he doesn't have a body. So the very vessels in which we find ourselves are inherently sinful. And this might cause psychological problems about our right to exist and the nature of goodness. And if we can use our bodies for anything pleasurable, no. And to the point that things like eating and drinking are seen with disdain. I mean, if gluttony is a sin, wouldn't the opposite, severe restriction, be holy? So extreme denial or abuse of the body could be seen as holiness or devotion to some. To show their disdain for all things bodily, some hermits would wear something called sackcloth, which is a really itchy, uncomfortable robe. Like really itchy. So if you didn't take it off, it would end up leaving scratches. And the robe would keep rubbing the scratches, which would turn into lesions. And you're not taking your robe off to wash it, so it's attracting flies. Pretty soon worms and maggots are growing in it. And even if you didn't choose to be a hermit, I'm sure your neighbors would insist upon it. Now to this point, it's only the religiously extreme that are doing stuff like this. But the plague changes all of that. And all of a sudden, just wearing something like sackcloth doesn't seem like a big enough sacrifice. We have to do something extreme. And now. So what happens if I just give myself a good whooping? I know how my daddy handled things, and I worked out fine. So if the plague is just a form of divine spanking, why don't I just spank myself? This process is known as self-flagellation. Flagellate just being a fancy word for whipping somebody. And as hysteria of the plague spread, this idea did not remain isolated. Large groups of people would gather together so they could all engage in communal self-flagellation. An orgy of flagellation, if you will. And you know what's great at not stopping the spread of disease? Large groups of people bleeding all over each other. And it turns out, despite our best intentions, that didn't work either. So what did stop the plague? And why do I consider it the first domino to fall that gives us the world we have today? Till next time.